Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. This is Butch Hartman. Welcome to Speech Bubble. I'm so excited to have a special guest with me. With me today is Tara Strong. Hi, Tara.
Hi, Butch. No, it's not Tara Strong.
That's not Tara Strong? Wait,
No.
let me guess again. Hold on one second. You're Kari Walgren. You're Kari
No,
Walgren.
dude, no, it's not Kari Walgren.
Not Kari
no.
Walgren? No. Have we met before?
It's great.
It's great.
Delilah
Great.
Griffin.
Delilah's here. Roll the theme music. But you got so much talent, though. Now, wait a second. Okay, when people go into an audition for a voice-over role, do you have any tips or advice, like as far as making it in Hollywood? Because everybody who listens to this podcast wants to know these type of things. I give them insights on how to make movies and how to make, cartoons and how to sell cartoons. When you're a voice actress in Hollywood, is it easy or is it pretty difficult?
Well, this is like the only thing I'm good at, Butch. Like, I have no other skills. When people have other skills, I'm like, run with those. Because this is really hard to do.
Right.
But when it's your only option, because seriously, if
Right.
I didn't do this, I would be opening up the door at Walmart, be like, welcome to Walmart. I mean, like, that's my only skill, is being
Exactly.
nice and kind of fun.
But the thing is, though, like you're so good at the voices, which a lot of people.
I've been doing them since I was really little. I didn't know it was a
know.
job. I was just like, I'm going to be some weird lady doing voices at
Yeah,
Walmart.
Exactly. That's what I thought of myself too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not that everybody at Walmart's weird. We're not
I
saying
honestly,
that.
like, my dream, they're like, what's your dream? I was like, to own a house someday.
By the way,
never,
there goes the Walmart endorsement. Thanks very much. We're
Sorry,
gonna have
Walmart.
that.
No, I love
Whatever. It's
Walmart.
all right. Maybe Disneyland.
I
will
like
endorse-
Target a little bit better, but
You like-
Target's
maybe-
fancy Walmart.
Maybe.
If I'm feeling rich, I'm like, no, today, Target.
Target is fancy Walmart.
It is,
That's
it
another
is. It's like
title.
if I'm-
We have Cackle Fruit and Target's fancy Walmart. I love that. Okay, there's two titles. Hey, so when you're okay, I know you're super talented, but there's the talent part, then there's the getting a job part.
Yeah.
Right?
I always add a funny thing if I can. Like if I.
To an audition.
Yes.
You've always been great when you audition for me. You always win those auditions and those parts because you add some
I
comedy. in
learned
there.
that from Tress McNeil because when I first moved to LA,
I'm
I
sure
thought.
she's grateful you took her jobs. That's fine.
No. I didn't take any of her jobs. No, she's her jobs. She's Wilma on the Flintstones. I'm Betty
Really?
and she's
And you're
Wilma.
Betty. There you go.
Yes,
There
we
you
do
go.
those little conventions together too. I love her so much.
Nice.
No, but she doesn't even probably know that she even helped me with this. But when I moved to LA, I was like, I need to figure out how to get parts. I need to figure out how this whole thing works.
Right.
So I thought I'm going to go intern at a casting place. So I went to Calmanson and Calmanson,
Nice.
interned with them, and
Who
I
was
started
where?
Calmanson and Calmanson. They're a commercial casting place.
Calmanson and Calmanson.
Yeah, Kathy and Harv Calmanson.
That might also be the title of the podcast.
Oh.
Calmanson and Calmanson. No one's going to know what it means.
They will sue you.
I
They
know.
will sue you.
They will sue you.
Oh
for
no, they'll know what it means. They're a pretty big commercial casting. They're in Burbank. They're one of the
Right.
top ones. Anyway,
one voice
but-
I have to have you do the Counting Cougar from Tough Puppy though at one point. The
Was she?
She was kind of like this. She was kind of a manly woman.
Yes, she was. Was it 1, 2? Buckle
One,
my shoe.
6,
7, 8. I ate something now. I think it was
Okay,
a rodent
keep going.
of some kind.
So you got
Anyway,
into,
so I interned at the casting place, and I learned everyone is really good. Everyone is really good.
Super talented.
What's gonna make you stand
Yeah,
out?
super talented. I know.
Yes, and so there was this one audition that was like a woman who it was kind of a film noir kind of voice, and she
Hey, copy boy, get
yeah,
this
she
down
was
to the
kinda like
printing.
that, yeah, and she was talking about like Ross Dress for Less or something, and she'd spent all this money, got all these things, and then her husband didn't like the things, and didn't
So
like
this
what
was
she
the
bought.
part to audition
That was
for.
the part. It was a commercial, but
Okay.
for Ross or something. Anyway, but I mean, she was like, so I, and the woman at the end of the thing said, so I did what any good woman would do. I divorced him or something like that. And it wasn't that funny, but whatever. Everybody was really, really good, like equally good. And I was like, God, this is hard. I don't know who I'd pick. They're all pretty great. And then Tress came on, and she said, so I did what any good woman would do. I shot him. And it was just like
It just made you laugh.
It just made
It
me laugh.
was
And I was
different.
like, you know what? Let's just trick to her. She's just as good as everybody else, and she made me laugh. So let's just
There
go with
you
her. And
go.
so I learned if you just a little thing. It's not going to
Stand
mess
out.
with the script too much. It's just like something to make you pop.
And that's why everybody who I've really ever hired has done something like that.
Because you want free punch up.
That's exactly right. Like I asked you to help me write the bit at the beginning of the podcast.
I know, and
Like,
I
great.
didn't. I
I'm
failed
like,
miserably.
Great.
I was
You got
like-
anything funny?
And then you
Greg?
made up something, and I was like, yeah, that's good.
like I did for 20 years, exactly. Hey, no, but it is. What does Darren Norris always say? Funny always wins. It's like
It's
funny
true,
always wins.
Yeah.
Even
And
if it's a
you're-
dramatic part, funny always wins.
Yes, and yeah, and also like when we're in the booth, they know that I'll probably come up with a few extra little funny things.
You're
Like if
hysterical in the
she's
booth.
doing that in the auditions, she'll do that for our show.
No,
she's
you're,
gonna make our show
you're
better.
hysterical in the booth, and your stories that we can't ever use on air are always really funny.
I save them for your podcast.
I know, thank you. I
Cram
know,
them
thank
into
you.
45 minutes.
No, the cool thing is you when actors are in the. I always say there's I want to be a voice actor. I go, great, you got the voice, but there's the acting
Yeah,
part. There's the
yes.
acting part, and people don't understand it's the performance and making it better than it's written.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even help inform the writers that way. Like remember when we finally got Jerry on Tough Puppy? It was like, oh, we can write for this guy, you know, and that informed
It's
our
almost
writing.
inspiring.
Exactly. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, he'll kill this line. We know Gray will kill this line, and Jeff
Kill
will
it,
destroy
just
this.
into the ground,
just
just like-
destroy it. Yeah. Well, then Jeff Bennett would come in and do that.
so
And that
great.
guy, he's a walking computer of
And
voices.
Maddie.
I know.
Yeah.
Snapchat.
So-
Hey, it's me, Snapchat.
And I got to be Snapchat's mom.
Oh, that's-
Remember, I really wanted that. It was like I'm throwing mama from the train kind of thing.
You did like an Ann Ramsey. Owen, it's me, Owen.
Talk like this.
I had
Oh
to
my
remember.
God,
I remember I wanted that so bad.
But
For like,
Snapchat was like-
you're not getting paid any extra, Gray. Like, because you do 3 voices for the price of 1. And I was like, I don't care. I really want Snapchat's mom.
I know.
Anyway.
Snapchat's line was like, oh, and in a pinch, I have access to a vulture. Are you kidding me, Agent Puppy? Want to hear the lunch specials? No, we don't really want to eat. No, the lunch specials are the trio that play at lunch. It's like a jazz trio. So we're like, well, I got some more stuff here for you, Gray. Okay, I wrote the word pirates down, and either we talked about pirates,
about that.
or you were a pirate. I'm forgetting. Were you a pirate at one time?
No.
Yeah.
I'm a voice of the pirate on the new Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm getting tons of internet flack for it because I was saying people really didn't want to change the human trafficking.
I love it.
And I don't care. I'm just like, good. I
Wait,
even
what did you say?
tweeted like,
You did-
arg, come at me, haters. You know, because I was like,
What did you do? You said you want to change. You said on Twitter, I don't want to change the human traffic. Or they
No,
don't-
people apparently are really upset that human trafficking is being changed. They're like, we liked it. Women's rights are annoying. Anyway.
No, it's like it deflates any argument.
I
Like,
know.
I
know.
gee,
So
know.
I don't care. I'm like, I'm going to be on a
I
Disneyland
like
ride.
change. I'm an agent of change.
Yeah,
He
and I feel
does
like
that.
Walt liked
Walt
to change with the
Disney,
times. He
Walt-
wanted Disneyland always changing and growing.
Exactly. I know. And Walt Disney's still alive. She's frozen somewhere. And now you're doing stand-up comedy.
I'm doing stand-up.
Doing stand-up comedy. Now, how long have you been doing stand-up comedy for?
Not very long, like 6 months, and I'm doing a comedy
That's
special.
a long time.
But it's a long time. But to have 15 minutes of material to do,
It's hard.
hard to get a.
we're
even
barely
5
scraping
minutes.
by this podcast. My God, this has been a struggle.
But
yeah.
I love it.
I did stand up too back in the early 90s.
You did?
I did tons
I
of stand up.
did
Yeah, I did stand up, and I was actually an MC at the Ice House in Pasadena.
I'm trying to get into the Ice House. There,
You know Butch
that's
Hartman.
hard.
You know
I
Butch
know.
Hartman,
Maybe
yeah.
I could drop your name.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
no, but I'm
plus,
obsessed.
I was younger Butch Hartman. I looked a lot better. I had the John Stamos mullet going on.
You had those.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, like
not
the
anymore.
Soap opera guns.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gone for now. But you're getting guns too. You're in shape. Look at
I'm
you.
trying to
I
work
know, and I'm
with
being
it.
very nice, Miss politely saying because
Thank
I've seen you many ways. You look really good. Not that you've ever looked bad. But you always look great.
you.
Always
I
very
was saying
stylish.
I always looked passable, so I didn't work out.
Pretty passable.
You know,
for what
okay.
you ate, you look
like,
pretty
I
good.
feel like if you know,
I'm joking. It's a
sometimes
joke.
some
I'm
people-
just
some
repeating
people
your
Some
joke.
people kind of have to work out.
Not you though. Not you.
No,
No, the
but
stand-up
people are gonna
comedy.
hate me if they think I'm serious. I'm like, did you hear Gray on that podcast? She's so awful.
Yeah, and they're gonna think that I thought you didn't look good, and I think you look great all the time.
He body shamed her.
I'd
Did you
always
hear
say
Butch?
that grace is short for great with a T at the end. Exactly.
People do think that.
So wait, the stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
So
stand-up
you've been
comedy.
doing it. Where can we see you doing
I
stand-up?
did the Comedy Store and Flappers.
Flappers is where?
In Burbank.
Okay, now comedy
Comedy
stores
stores in Hollywood.
Hollywood and Flappers
Yeah,
is in Burbank. Got it.
But I'm doing my own comedy special. I was gonna do a 15-minute comedy special for myself. And
Does this count as part of the comedy special?
do you,
The
are you
podcast?
trying to get a piece of
Yes, I am. I want to like kind
Forever
of
the-
I want
forever
to
the producer.
dovetail onto that. Yeah, if I could. So wait, so where do I see the comedy special?
You can come to the taping.
I can.
Well, the thing is, I rented. I mean, I got a space.
Oh, you're
and-
producing yourself.
Yes, and
Good for
I
you.
hired a set designer who did
Love
this
it.
amazing set.
Love
and
it.
I hired a crew. And then I'm meeting all these hilarious people at like open mics and like
Who
doing,
are
and I did
dying
at
to
the
be on a
Store.
comedy special.
Well, and they're too good to not have. I'm like the Oprah Winfrey of comedy specials. I'm like, you get a comedy special. You get a. I talked to the crew. I was like, how much extra will you charge me if I do other people's stuff for 15 minutes? And they're like, we're here. Like we're gonna be in LA, so I don't know, a little bit extra. So I gave them a little bit extra money. So I'm producing 7 other comics
is
besides
awesome.
myself, and it's called My First Comedy Special. And then it has their name. So I'm gonna put it on Amazon Prime.
I freaking
it's
love
gonna
that.
be like
That's
a bunch of
amazing.
15-minute comedy specials.
I got to get 15 minutes together. Would you
And
produce?
Eli Braden from Howard Stern did our theme song.
Would you produce me if I did a comedy?
Do you want to do a comedy special?
If I could get 15 minutes together, I think I could be okay. I'm
Okay,
not
well,
sure. I don't
I'm
know.
putting up these 8 things,
Well,
and
I
then
can't compete
if
with
those
those
do
guys.
well, I'm going to do more. So there's a slot for you.
I'll be the older guy
There's a slot
comedy
for you.
special.
Then
The
you'll be
guy.
like,
I
Suck
could do
on
it.
that, Nickelodeon.
Can I? Can I just say one thing about what you just told me? Everything you just said is awesome because you did it all yourself. You self-produced everything. You found the people. You found the crew. And when you rented the space, a lot of people think I can't make it unless someone else hires me and someone else gives me a job on their project. But you can make your own projects anytime you want. They don't have to be super gigantic, but start somewhere.
Yes.
We try and be inspirational on this podcast too. Can you find any inspirational bone in your body right now? Just join in with me. Join in.
No, it's so true. I've always told my friends, make your own content. Well, I even said that when I first moved to LA. I was like, I don't want to be, I hate other people being in charge of whether I can work or not. It's hard for actors because it's like you're always waiting for permission.
And that's why I wanted to create my own shows on
your
Nickelodeon
thing.
because it's like I wanted to always be the last guy out the door. It's like once the show's done, you're like, okay, we're gonna go. Unfortunately, nothing ever ended, which was nice. You
had quite a run.
I ended things recently, but it's just kind of nice though to be able to create and produce your own
stuff. How many
stuff.
of the figurines do you have on the building? Because I really feel like that's when you really
there was
make
a bunch.
it.
There was a bunch. Yeah, there was a lot.
So
And they took them all off. But did
they take them off?
One of the figurines in the building. The
Oh
ones
yeah,
on the
because
roof?
they redid
Yeah,
it.
they're all
But you
gone.
got that up there. That's
There's
all
a couple
that
things in there. There's like a Danny Phantom in the stone there, you know. But when the
Yeah.
grass grows too high, you can't see it. It's fine. Just trim the grass. You can see it. It's there somewhere. Well, look. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? Oh, I have one thing to give you though. I have one thing to give you.
Okay.
One of my podcast guests who was on before you today. Actually,
Can we not
I gotta
talk
say
about
that
your
again.
other guests?
One of my podcast guests who was on before you recently
Okay.
wanted me to give you this note because they are such a huge fan of yours. You know Brizzy Voices?
Yes.
Brizzy was here today and she wrote this note. Read the note out loud.
Oh my
Read the
gosh.
note out loud. She
I'm
gave you a
gonna
note. Gave her a
cry.
note.
She said, Gray, I almost considered staying till 2 to see you. I love you and you're wonderful. And please send Tex my love and tell him how stoked I am for his new job, which we can't talk about yet.
Yes, we can't talk about that yet.
Love Anna. Oh
Isn't
my
that
gosh.
cool?
Okay. And the cool thing about Anna, since we were just talking about
Anna
being
is Brizzy
inspirational,
Voices, yes.
I saw her, somebody sent me her YouTube, a link to her YouTube, and she was doing kind of a tribute to me on her YouTube.
Yep.
And I was like, this girl's really talented. And then I was doing a
Then
convention.
you got threatened.
Then the lawsuit came down.
Right, then I sued her. Yes.
No, but I was doing a convention. I was up on a panel and somebody was saying, like, are there people that you think are good? Like, who are some people that are up and coming? I said, there's a girl. She lives she was like in Illinois. I don't know where she was, like somewhere in the middle of the country.
She's from South Carolina.
That's what it was. Yeah, and I said Illinois,
that's a
South
side
Carolina.
of the
you
country.
know,
Yeah,
it's like it's not LA. This is my frame of reference.
There's Disneyland and there's Statue of Liberty. That's all I know. I know those two places. Yes.
Vegas in the middle. No, but in the middle. I have no concept of but right in the middle.
Suddenly they talked about geography. Yes.
That's where things took a
They're
terrible
both
turn.
super smart. Yes.
I'm an actor. I act like I know about you. Anyway, but I mentioned her and people were like, oh, yeah, we love her. And I said, she's going to do something. And I wrote to her and said, hey, if you come to LA, I will help you. Get an agent or do whatever you want. So she came to visit.
Did you follow through on the promise?
I did. That's the thing.
Good for you.
I tell people that I'm always helping people. I'm amazing.
I know you
but
are.
I am always helping people.
You are amazing.
But nobody does what you tell them to do. Like they're like, how do I get the thing? And you're like, hey, you do this, and this.
No one ever
and
does it.
after you do the things, come to me and I will help you. And 2 people out of
150.
189.
I know. Exactly. I'm the
she
same
did.
way. I'll tell people, it's like, how do I get to be a producer like you? Well, you've got to do this, this, and this. And then you never hear from them
I
again.
thought that the producer package was going to show up at my house on Amazon.
Yeah, I
and
just
I was
thought,
going to open it and
I
be
just
like,
thought to get my
I'm a
own show. I'm a producer. I can do
click,
that.
Speech